Hi, you're listening to Phil DeBella, and this is FlashCast by PDB. Today, I'm fortunate enough to be talking to somebody I admire greatly, somebody who is an absolute guru in the fitness and mindfulness space, and I'm talking about the wonderful Donna Abbate. I met Donna several years ago at Gwingana Resort, and I come here to make sure that I'm doing a reset and a recheck, and I'm fortunate enough to be able to grab her this time and say, can I please ask you some questions, because the listeners will be able to benefit from the amazing wisdom and knowledge of this most amazing female. So, Donna, welcome to the FlashCast.
Thanks, Philip. I feel absolutely privileged to have you back here at Gwingana with me on this wellness journey.
It's been fantastic. So we're at day 4, and they call it, what is it, Fantastic Thursday?
No,
what is it?
Transformational
Thursday. That's right. And I feel transformed because I haven't had a drop of alcohol. And yes, I haven't had a coffee, and I've done really well. But let's get into it, because this is not about me. This is about Donna and getting some of her amazing wisdom that I've been lucky enough to see over the last 10 years. And there's some exciting things for those of you out there that want to get fit, healthy, and then not just fit in terms of your body, but mind, body and soul, because Donna's just launched something that's very exciting that we want to share with you further on in this. But so stay posted. But let's say, Donna, with all of the years of experience you've had and the thousands and thousands of people that you've seen try to get, healthy, let's just use the word healthy. What's the biggest challenge?
Well, it's preparation, really. We've all got to, like we do in business, when we look at our week ahead, we have to plan. And so what I'm finding is people are excellent in business with their planning to be successful. But when it comes to, their own personal lives, they literally have to have a training split, an idea of, positioning themselves for themselves, where they're connecting to themselves within their week. So that way they have fulfillment for themselves and energy by the end of the week, as well as fulfillment when it comes to business.
Yeah, and you see, obviously, a lot of people make excuses, and I was one of them, having dropped 70 kilos over the last 3 years, and you're part of the inspiration there, is that you do need to segregate it and make time, no different to putting stuff in your diary, and you need to be focused in the mind. Tell me, when people do succeed, what's the secret ingredient? If and it might not just be one, but what are the things that really make people succeed in wellness?
You can't be well without eating good food. Okay, so I guess I'm a nutritionist, naturopath, so where do you start, really? Because I'm also a yoga teacher, and I'm a fitness instructor and a Qigong teacher.
Yeah, we'd be here for 20 minutes if I had to tell you the qualifications this lovely lady's got.
Where do we start? So you have to start with food, and I always think we're going to be eating anyway, so let's just eat good food.
Yeah.
And we're going to be breathing anyway, so let's just breathe differently.
Yes.
So these are the things that we can have more control of in our day-to-day.
Yeah.
So yes, we need to be prepared by getting that good food, but you actually need to make the conscious choice to get that in your lunchbox, let's just say,
yes,
when you go off to work every day.
Yeah.
Or if you're planning on going out for lunches and dinners and things like that with corporate people, they're always out and about, and I'm constantly hearing people say to me, yeah, but you don't understand, Donna, because I'm always out to lunch. It's like, well, you can choose which restaurant you go to. Yeah. You can always look at the menu ahead of time and be prepared.
Correct.
And, look for vegetables, look for, grass-fed beef rather than grain-fed beef. Like, choose a healthier restaurant.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes total sense. It's it's being mindful, right? So being more mindful of what you're doing and preparation. So some key nuggets in there. Be prepared. Do your research in advance. And one thing I remember you saying to me many years ago was just halve the meal. If you can't be conscious about choosing what you have, or you're in a position where you're out for pizza and it's pizza, instead of eating the whole pizza, just halve it. And that stuck in my mind, that you always said it's the simple things that actually make the biggest difference, because you can repeat simple things and not repeat difficult things. So it's something that you said to me many years ago. But Donna, mindfulness, because a lot of people go hard on the body, they try and get the body right. But what happens with the mind?
Yeah. And that's just it. This is the new, I guess, cutting edge space, is to actually become aware that how your thoughts do impact your biochemistry directly. And so if you've got all these toxic thoughts going on in your head, it's going to impact your adrenaline on some level, which can, adrenaline, cause stress, cause cortisol, and make you put on weight, or make you lose muscle, or make you age prematurely, and your skin sag, and all those terrible things just from a thought. So your thoughts and being more mindful of the thoughts that you choose to invest in is the difference between being healthy or unhealthy. So the space of mindfulness is more important these days, or just as important these days, is what it is that you are eating. Because what you eat can cause an inflammatory response in your body, which disease manifests in an inflammatory state. But your mind can create that same environment through toxic thoughts, whether it's inflammatory or inflammatory.
So it's really the engine room, right? Get the mind right to get everything else right. Because now you're having a good body, but if the mind's not right, then you're not going to radiate. And I see these people like yourself and your Marcello, your husband, the people that I see that are actually fit on the inside and out, they have this glow about them, right? And if you don't believe me, you'll be able to get onto Donna's website, and she'll give you the details soon, and check out the photos. And you see this radiation of people, whether they're male or female, they've got this glow when they're fit inside and out. But I've seen a lot of people that are fit on the outside that look aged and drawn on in their face, because obviously they're not fit on the inside. So that mind component to me is very important.
We need time. We actually need to pull back from the noise a little bit in our life and choose a lifestyle, or the weekends, let's just say. Let's not fill up our weekends with more things to do all the time and more and more and more social events. Use that time to unpack, to reground, to reconnect, to have more self-care, to start to plan to have a successful week ahead of you. I find that when I'm working with clients, their lives are just so busy, but they're not creating time for themselves to reevaluate and to plan.
Yeah, and that comes back to the preparation. Be prepared.
Yeah.
I know myself, I went from being, somebody who woke up quite late to now somebody who gets up at 4:30 to train in the morning, so that I'm doing my training. And I don't see it as training. I don't see it as a job. I see it as me time. I see it as time for me to unpack, the goodness within myself and get prepared for the rest of the day. Tell me, food, the importance of food, we all know. Is it that people are eating too much, or is it that people are eating the wrong foods?
Both. You got to, I guess, let's just start with getting people onto whole food, real food that comes from the ground, from nature, rather than from packets. So the less human intervention, the better.
Yes.
Again, preparation.
Yes.
Let's just get everyone onto real food, and then balance that food through carbohydrates, proteins and fat. So if you have all three of those ingredients in each and every one of your meals throughout the day, well, then you're going to balance your blood sugar levels.
Yeah.
Now, this is absolute key. I put everyone on a program to begin with where we balance those blood sugar levels, because it balances mood, balances weight, balances body composition, balances hormones, balances circadian rhythms. It's absolutely essential. But then once you've gone from poor food choices to really good food choices, then you work on pulling the calories back.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So now, that's where the segue. Tell me about this new program, because food is a big component, mind is a big component, exercise is a big component. You're probably one of the very few that are putting it all together in your program that people can get a hold of weekly. Tell us a bit about it.
Well, one of the most important things to me is contribution, and this is something where I really want wellness to be in every single person's home in the world today. So I've created this online program. My company is called Fit for Life, Mind, Body, Soul. So this is an online program where you've got a training split. So you've got the fitness, you've got the yoga, you've got the mindfulness training, you've got the qigong, you've got the tai chi, you've got the nutrition. It's a video library with absolutely every resource possible, even a cookbook that you can tap into, and then have Marcello and I as your one-on-one coach day to day to keep you on path forever. So,
and how appropriate is that through COVID, that anywhere you are in Australia, anywhere you are in the world, you can actually now have two of the most qualified people at hand with all of the knowledge, all of the information. They can reach out to you anytime.
Absolutely. And I've purposely made this program so people can do it at home with limited equipment. Like, for example, yoga, all you need is a yoga mat.
Yeah.
With the fitness side of things, you just need your arms and your legs as your body weight.
Amazing.
So there's the yoga, and then you're going to be eating foods anyway, so get the best foods possible.
Yeah.
But this way people stay well and healthy and and mentally alert through the difficult stages of their life.
Perfect. Can I tell you, I've had a look through the website and it's amazing. There's so much knowledge there and years of experience, fantastic knowledge. We could be spending the next hour with this wonderful lady. Unfortunately, I do promise the listeners it's 10 minutes. Donna, you're a superstar. That website again, guys, is fitforlifemindbodyandsoul.com. Have a look at it. Have a look at the programs. Do the research. You'll see Donna and Marcello photos there and you'll see what I'm talking about. But Donna, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you.
And I'll have you back, I promise you. Until next time, you've been listening to Phil DeBella, and this is FlashCast by PDB. And as I say, go and be the best you can be. And in this case, go be the best you can be, mind, body, and soul.